Next at 7, gusty thunderstorms impacting our area right now. I'll show you when these storms will calm on down.
Plus, more providers pulling policies and double-digit rate hikes on the table. We'll take a closer look at the state of home insurance in Florida coming up.
Tonight's primetime lineup on WESH 2 is sponsored by Orlando Health Cancer Institute. Learn more at orlandohealth.com/cancer.
We are keeping an eye on strong storms moving through our area. We'll show you the community seeing the worst and heaviest wind and rain.
Plus, 2 kids left home alone. One of them almost hit by a car. The couple now facing charges after drugs and weapons were allegedly found inside the house.
And the Osceola County Sheriff is being called to court for how he handled evidence in the murder of a 13-year-old girl. What he's accused of accidentally leaking on social media.
Local, live, late-breaking. WESH 2 News starts now.
We are dealing with impact weather right now. Good evening, I'm Stuart Moore.
And I'm Michelle Imparato. We want to get right over to First Warning meteorologist Cam Tran. And Cam, there is a flood advisory in Sumter County right now.
That's right. That's thanks to these very strong thunderstorms that have really pulsed up thanks to a sea breeze collision off to the west. So again, a flood advisory has now been issued now for Sumter County, including Lake Panasoffkee, Bushnell, stretching all the way down into Webster as well, where they've picked up over 1.5 inches of rain. About 1 to 3 inches of rain has already fallen in this area. You can still see heavy rainfall across Sumter County, which could pick up an additional 1 to 2 inches, causing some flooding. This is all a result of the 2 boundary collisions. You can see that heavy rain just south and east of Rutland, also right over Lake Panasoffkee, Bushnell. We actually saw a brief hail core there earlier. And up to the north, some very heavy rain in far eastern Marion County, south of Salt Springs. Light showers right now across the Coe and down to the south by the theme park district. We've cooled down to 84 now in Orlando, 82 at Kissimmee, 83 right now in Leesburg. Showers and thunderstorms for the rest of the evening will be mainly off to the west of the Orlando metro, lingering pretty late tonight, again off to the west before clearing out in the overnight hours. Coming up in just 15 minutes, I'll show you when we'll see rain for your Wednesday. That's coming up.
An 8-year-old girl with autism ran into a busy Daytona Beach road.
WESH 2's Pamela Combe tells us the girl's dad is now facing 2 child neglect charges after investigators say he left his kids alone at home. Norton and Murphy are each facing 2 child neglect charges. They were booked and released from jail the same day.
Osceola Sheriff Marco Lopez must appear in court after allegedly posting a picture of 13-year-old Madeline Soto's body on social media. The summons says that the sheriff violated Florida's public records laws. The photo of her body was shared on the sheriff's Instagram page among some other pictures of an unrelated event. It was quickly taken down. Federal criminal defense attorney David Haas says that images like that are supposed to be extremely protected.
Even unintentional, this is horrific as to what happened to the family that's already endured so much. Fortunately for the sheriff, the state attorney must have believed that it was inadvertent, quickly taken down, and therefore he gets the inadvertent disclosure.
The consequences for that is a fine of up to $500 or a court appearance. The punishment would be more severe if the state attorney found he posted it on purpose. That would call for him to be removed from office and face criminal sanctions. We reached out to the sheriff's office and we are still waiting to hear back.
The woman accused of leaving her boyfriend to die inside of a suitcase is looking for an attorney. Sarah Boone put an advertisement out for someone to represent her.
She's gone through 7 attorneys since her arrest 4 years ago. WESH 2's Michelle Meredith explains this unique take on a help wanted poster. Sarah Boone is expected to go on trial for second-degree murder in the fall.
Vice President Kamala Harris is on the campaign trail in Milwaukee. It's her first rally since President Biden dropped out of the race. During her speech, she explained her campaign goals, including supporting the middle class. She also criticized former President Trump and the Project 2025 agenda. That's a controversial proposed Republican platform.
Do we want to live in a country of freedom, compassion, and rule of law? Or a country of chaos, fear, and hate?
She went on to encourage the crowd to show up at the polls by saying the power is with the people.
Former President Trump and his VP pick, J.D. Vance, are taking aim now at Kamala Harris. At a rally in Virginia, Vance said Harris is, quote, 1,000,000 times worse than President Biden. Today, House Speaker Mike Johnson addressed comments from his colleague, Tim Burchett, who said that Harris is a, quote, DEI hire.
This is not personal with regard to Kamala Harris, and her ethnicity or her gender have nothing to do with this whatsoever. This is about who can deliver for the American people and get us out of the mess that we're in.
Former President Trump says he wants to debate Vice President Harris more than once.
President Biden plans to address the nation tomorrow night about his decision to drop out of the race. He is set to speak from the Oval Office at 8 p.m. This will be the president's first address since he announced his decision on Sunday. He posted a letter which said he would not accept his party's nomination for president.
NASA is one step closer to sending astronauts back to the moon.
But how are they working to keep them safe on this new mission? We'll show you the technology and firepower fueling their flight.
And a group of boaters taken by surprise when a whale jumped on their boat. How they got to safety after they started sinking.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Shark Coatings.
Today, the core stage for Artemis 2 arrived by barge at the Cape, bringing the ambitious mission to fly around the moon one step closer.
The set of boosters that will be stacked into the Space Launch System were built with lessons learned from the Challenger disaster. WESH 2's Nancy Alvarez explains why the boosters on the Artemis missions are the safest ever constructed. Right now, Artemis 2 is set to blast off in September of 2025. Going around the moon and back will last 10 days for the 3 American and 1 Canadian astronauts.
Homeowners insurance in Florida has been a persistent headache with cancellations, rate increases, and difficulty settling claims. People living in mobile and manufactured homes have it worse since fewer and fewer companies want to accept the risk of insuring them. Many of those homeowners are landing now with Citizens, but a spokesman for the insurance company or Insurance Information Institute says the future of Florida homeowners insurance is looking brighter.
Now, the average rate increases we're seeing for the standard market are running under 2%. In Florida, 9 companies have filed for rate decreases.
He says policyholders should feel confident in having claims paid if they suffer a storm-related loss, as long as they have the proper coverages. All right, we're getting another round of check on that impact weather that we're seeing right now.
All right, we're getting over to Camp Tran. So, Cam, we're seeing more than 800 lightning strikes in just the past 15 minutes.
Yes, it's been very active this afternoon. We had a very wet evening drive home along the I-4 corridor. Right now, getting a break from that rain, at least the heavy stuff, as we take a live look at I-4 and Lee Road right now. But you can see very strong thunderstorms off to our west, especially in Marion, as well as in Sumter County. We have a flood advisory that's actually been issued for Sumter County, including Lake Pennsauken, Bushnell, and Webster, where easily 1 inch to 3 inches of rain have already fallen in this area. So you can still see very heavy rain still falling in Sumter County as this line meanders off towards the west here and northwest. Still dealing with a lot of lightning, 300 lightning strikes just with this particular line of thunderstorms from Sumter down to Pasco County. This is producing a lot of lightning, heavy rain, and even some small hail there in Sumter County. Also tracking this strong thunderstorm up to the north in Marion County, just north of Lynn, that's producing some very heavy rain. Pop-up shower and storm right now in Bellevue, and this is heading towards the north. Some back building of showers here over near Paisley and Sorrento. Very light, though, in nature. Not expecting anything strong or severe here. Also seeing that light rain near Deltona and Sanford. And again, back building some light rain showers over into Windermere, Orlando, and Belle Isle, and out by the Meadow Woods. These areas were hit hard earlier with lightning and heavy rain right around 4 or 5 o'clock. And also some rain popping up near Palm Bay out this evening. Rainfall amount today pretty impressive in some areas. Windermere 2.5 inches of rain. Altamont Springs 2 inches as well. Webster almost 2 inches of rain, and Bushnell almost 2 inches of rain as well. Rain cooled 84 right now in the City Beautiful. We're currently at 82 in Kissimmee, 84 in the Villages. As we look ahead the rest of the evening, most of the showers and thunderstorms through the rest of the night will be off to the west. And we do have an impact evening through about 8 o'clock, meaning I'm still watching for a threat for an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm up until then. Overnight tonight, the rain will be clearing, and then tomorrow morning, expecting a warm and muggy start. We'll start off around 77 tomorrow in DeLand, 76 in Sanford. Highs tomorrow mostly in the mid to low 90s. It will be another hot, hazy, humid afternoon, but rain chances tomorrow will focus primarily I-4 on westward. So if you have any outdoor plans tomorrow in those areas, definitely need to keep that rain gear handy. So that's why I'm making the pool forecast tomorrow okay, and the reason why is because of those showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. If you're hoping to get the pool time in, do it before 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Drier air does work its way in Thursday and Friday, but unfortunately for the upcoming weekend, those high rain chances return to the forecast. A 60% rain coverage Saturday, 70% rain coverage on Sunday. And taking a look at the tropics, thankfully all is quiet there. No tropical development expected over the next 7 days. Here's a look at your Central Florida certified most accurate forecast. Keep those umbrellas handy tomorrow at a 60% rain coverage, still on the higher side. Then we drop it down to around a 50% rain coverage Thursday and Friday. High rain coverage returns for the upcoming weekend with highs mostly in the low 90s.
Access Hollywood is coming up right after our show.
Let's check in with Mario Lopez for a preview.
Well, tonight, Access Hollywood takes you to Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman's Deadpool and Wolverine premiere, which is full of surprises. But the big question, will Ryan's wife, Blake Lively, take up the mantle of Lady Deadpool? Then, our exclusive countdown to Paris Olympics rolls on. So, which two music icons just arrived, perhaps for the opening ceremony? Plus, we're knee-deep in the croissant dough with breaker Sonny Choi, and Scott Evans maybe in over his head with Team USA's water polo stars.
I'm already exhausted. I need some attitude. I feel like I don't look as good as I thought I did, you know?
Oh man, you got to tread that water right there. That and so much more is all just moments away on another very special gold medal edition of Access Hollywood.
This is Tony. He's your chief meteorologist and Central Florida's most accurate.
No matter the forecast, I'm always watching your weather.
From sunny skies to stormy afternoons, trust Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi and WESH 2 First Warning Weather. What does a morning with WESH 2 News Sunrise look like? It's waking up with the news you need to stay informed.
What's new from overnight?
And the information you can trust.
It's an accurate start to your day from Kellyanne Class.
I'll tell you exactly what to expect outside.
It's a sense of direction from Megan Mackey.
I'll put you on the best route for your morning commute.
From breaking news
to what's happening around town.
This is what your next morning looks like with WESH 2 News Sunrise. Local, live, late breaking.
This First Morning Weather Update is sponsored by Attorney Dan Newlin.
Universal's parent company Comcast is banking on Epic Universe to bring in a lot of money when it opens.
It comes as revenue dropped at Universal's theme parks for the second quarter. Earnings fell 11% at parks here in the United States to just under $2 billion. That is below what analysts predicted. But the president of Comcast said that he's not worried because of the anticipated opening of Epic Universe next year. Meanwhile, SeaWorld is getting ready for spooky season. The park promises Howlow Scream to be more terrifying than ever before. There are 5 haunted houses and 4 of them are brand new. SeaWorld also says this Halloween event features 7 scare zones, 5 interactive bars, and 2 shows. Howlow Scream runs select nights starting September 6th through November 2nd. You can get your tickets now on WESH.com.
You may have heard us mention this a time or two, but NBC's Universal's coverage of the Paris Olympics is the biggest media event ever. It features 7,000 hours of coverage, more than any previous Olympics. All 329 medal events will stream on Peacock with more than 150 commentators. There are 206 countries and territories taking part in the Parade of Nations. NBC will have 17 nights of primetime coverage in a row. It all starts in just 3 days.
After the opening ceremony, Stuart Moore and I will be at Universal Studios hosting the Olympic Zone. Look at this. This is a time-lapse video of our crew setting up the set, which is outside of the park. They started getting the equipment out early this morning, and the process took hours. All of the cameras are now in place, and we are almost ready to go.
Excited.
And remember, tune in at 7:30 every Monday to Saturday night. We will be live with all of the highlights to show you the very best from the world's top athletes.
Michelle, you heard me talk about this video in the newsroom.
Yeah,
because it's insane. You have to see it. A whale going for a big leap out of the water in a New Hampshire harbor and then landing on that boat. This happened earlier today. 19-year-old Wyatt Yeager is the man that you see in this video who quickly turns around and starts to move his boat out of the way. And his 16-year-old brother is the one behind the camera. They were out fishing off the coast for the first time when that whale appeared. They immediately helped the other boaters get out of the water. Incredibly, everyone is okay.
What are the chances of that?
And that you catch it on video.
I mean, yeah, why were they taking video? Maybe it was like
They
breaching.
probably saw it breach and then it jumped on them. But I can't wait till we hear from those guys.
I know. I mean, I don't know if I'd ever get on a boat again. That is some luck
That's
they've
some
got.
cold water up there, too.
All right, an Oscar Mayer Wienermobile is a bit banged up after getting into a rollover crash. It happened on a highway near Chicago yesterday. I believe we have video of it. There it goes. State police said it hit another vehicle and then lost control and then rolled onto its side. Oh, no one was hurt in the crash, but there it is on top of that little pickup truck being hauled away.
Best comment I heard was 5-second rule.
Okay, I get it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Every other comment we cannot say on TV.
No,
hey, we are following more stories for you tonight.
Summer Knowles is joining us in studio with a preview. Summer.
Yikes. All right, WESH 2 is uncovering new information tonight after a woman was found shot to death on Orange Blossom Trail. We are talking to the victim's family tonight as detectives look for her killer. And former President Donald Trump is reacting to Vice President Harris's run for the White House. What he had to say on a campaign press call tonight at 11.
That does it for now. Join us again at 10 on CW 18 and 11 o'clock right here on WESH 2.
And the news is always on WESH.com and the free WESH 2 News mobile app. Have a wonderful night.